Wrestling Omakase brings you a full-course meal of all of Japanese wrestling, men's and women's. Join me, a Japanese wrestling fan for over 20 years, along with a rotating cast of equally knowledgeable co-hosts as we cover everything from New Japan and Stardom to Noah, All Japan, DDT, Tokyo Joshi, Mari Gold, Sendai Girls, Dragon Gate, GLEAT, Ice Ribbon, and even more stuff. If you're a fan of Japanese wrestling and you want coverage of the entire scene in one podcast, check us out right here on the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network each and every week. Get us wherever you get podcasts today.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Super J-Cast. I'm Joel, joined by Damon McDonald. It is Wednesday, the 6th of May, 2026. This is episode 407.
407. I don't have anything to add to 407, but it's a lot, right? 407 episodes?
Yeah, I was hoping you could sort of riff off of the number 407, but we got nothing. We got nothing for you people because I'm distracted. I'm watching Bayern versus Paris Saint-Germain.
Okay.
In the
All right.
Champions League.
I got nothing on. I'm not distracted at all. I'm sitting at my desk. A little messy, I will say. But yes. All right, so let's get into it immediately. Arsenal. Champions League.
First things first. Thank you, Tony Khan.
Yes.
Definitely listening to the show. Did exactly what we asked of him.
He sure
Fulham
did.
Just came, rolled over, let us tickle their tummies, and the game was done after 45 minutes. So,
Yes.
chef's kiss. Couldn't have done it any better. A result that really brought a lot of life and enthusiasm into fans, because we've had some pretty turgid performances recently, but that Fulham game was great.
Yes.
We were so good, and most of that is because of Tony Khan. So thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
We appreciate you here at the Super J-Cast, as always. Then, I laid out a scenario last time about Arsenal and City being locked on points, like same points, very similar goal difference, like not a huge amount in it, and just this being a straight shootout for who's going to win the Premier League. And Man City were playing Everton on Monday night. Everton, the manager, David Moyes, Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal coach, played under David Moyes when he was a player. So they've got a relationship there.
Okay.
We were kind of hoping Everton might do us a favour. But I wasn't going to watch it. I didn't want to spend my Monday night. It's a lovely bank holiday I had. I didn't want to ruin my Monday night doing hate watching and getting disappointed. So I was like, I'm not going to watch it, because it would stress me out too much. So instead, I thought I would just try and watch a really stressful film instead to try and divert that anxiety somehow. So I'm watching this Korean film called Lady Vengeance, which is just absolutely horrendous. I'm not going to say what the content of it is, but just like genuinely upsetting stuff, like really traumatic. So I thought I'll watch that instead, and that will kind of distract me. And my Arsenal friends WhatsApp group, that's sort of popping off, and someone sent me a message showing like a screenshot of the statistics from earlier in the game, like City absolutely dominating, all these shots on target, like very high XG, and I'm like, oh god, this doesn't sound good. And then text again saying, oh, City have scored 1-0. I was just like, fuck this. I was like, okay, just put my phone away, go down to bed, just sort of take my mind off it. And then just the phone starts popping off, like, and there's the notifications are piling up, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have a just cheeky look, see what's going on. In the WhatsApp group, they're sending the eyes emoji, and I'm like, oh god, what's happened? So I check it, 1-1. Oh, Everton have equalised. Okay, well, no, City are definitely going to win. Like, this is, at the very least, maybe this is kind of meaning that City are not going to be stacking up the goal difference. Maybe we can still have the edge on that, even though they're drawing a lot. I just know, I've been through this too many times to know that City are going to come back and win. Then phone's going off again, and I'm seeing the messages like, holy shit, and I'm check the score, check the website. It's 2-1 to Everton. I'm like, fuck me. I'm like, what do I do now? Do I watch it? Because if I turn it on, it's definitely going to jinx it.
Right.
So I pause my movie and turn on the match, start watching it. Fucking Everton score again, 3-1, just as I turn it on, and I'm just losing my mind. I'm like, oh my God. And then about 30 seconds later, straight from kickoff, City they run right through the Everton defence and score and make it 3-2. And at this point, like, I'm actually dying. I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. So they've got this like fragile lead, and I'm like, oh my God, like I can just see it that City are going to turn it around and win 4-3, and it's going to destroy me. But I can't not watch it at that point. It's just car crash stuff. So I had to go upstairs when it was all dark, and I'm just sort of pacing around like a caged tiger, just looking at it and sort of trying to go between that and my film and just be like, oh, I don't want to look and setting timers on my phone to sort of come back and look at it. And
you can't look at the phone. You can't look at the phone for like 15 minutes or whatever. Yeah, okay, I've been there. Go ahead.
And yeah, City did score an absolute stunning equaliser with like the last kick of the game. But I didn't mind that. I was a bit annoying, but they drew. So they've dropped points. So that it's advantage Arsenal now. We are 3 games away from winning the Premier League for the first time since 2004. 2004. I was like, how old was I then? I was born in 1987. So 2004, that would have made me, 16? Yeah,
I
16.
have you
16
903. Oh, I'm sorry. Right, 16. Very good.
16. And I thought when I'm watching that, I was like, oh, well, this is it. You know, it's going to be a dynasty here. I could get used to this, celebrating in the pub. Was I in the pub? I was in the pub. So maybe I was 18. I don't know. But 22 years, Damon. 22 years. And now we're just 3 games away from doing it. We're playing against West Ham on Sunday. Away, right? So we've got to play in their stadium, and they are fighting for their lives. They need those points desperately to try and stave off relegation. I mean, I'd say for all intents and purposes, if we beat them, then they're basically as good as down. So they are going to be fighting tooth and nail to stay up. But they're also crap, right? They're 18th place for a reason because they're not very good.
Right.
So really, we should be going in, smashing them. Then we've got Burnley at home. Burnley are 19th. So they're even worse than West Ham. So we should be absolutely battering them. And then on the last day of the season, we got Crystal Palace away, who they should have a Europa Conference League final to play 3 days later. So they've got this big cup final. So they're probably going to rest all their players against us. And I think they quite like us. Like their chairman, Steve Parish, is quite friendly with the Arsenal board. And also, I think if we win the Premier League, then they get like an extra £10 million on the Eberechi Eze deal, because there's all these add-ons and stuff and bonuses attached to these transfer deals. So just like everything has lined up perfectly. And of course, like I can visualize and imagine scenarios where we fuck it up. Like it could absolutely see West Ham relegation threat. West Ham just digging in, like getting an early goal and just like fighting tooth and nail, just holding off waves and waves of Arsenal attack and us losing 1-0. I could absolutely see that happening. I could see us fucking up at home to Burnley. I could see a second string Palace side with no pressure on them, just for some reason playing us off the park. Like all of those things I could see. But I'm choosing not to, Damon. I'm choosing to believe that this year we're going to do it. Because if I was a neutral, if I wasn't an Arsenal fan and looking at the way this is stacking up, I would think it is Arsenal's year. So I'm not going to ruin it for myself by dooming about it. I'm going to embrace it, right? It's back in our hands. We are 3 games away from Premier League glory. If we cannot beat those 3 crap teams, then what are we even doing here? Right. What's the point? I'll give up and go and follow something else. Go and be a Tiddlywinks fan or something. Because those are 3 eminently winnable games. I think we will win all 3. I think we're going to do it this year, Damon. I'm going to stick my neck out, and people can cut this out and play it back to me and be like, "Oh, you thought this thing was going to happen, but something else happened."
So what?
Fuck
so
you.
What? Yeah,
we're going to do it. It's our year.
It's your
That's
year.
The Premier League.
I've said it for weeks. I've said it for weeks. This is it. This is it. Enjoy it. Take it all in. Suck it all up. What schedule does City have?
they have got big fixture pile up. They've got a lot of fixture congestion because of the cup competitions they're playing in. So they've got playing like 3 games a week, basically. And they've got tough games. They've got to play against teams who are fighting for places in Europe. There's teams like Brentford and Bournemouth who, if they can string results together, might well nick a Champions League spot for next season. And City, whilst they can score a lot of goals, without Rodri in their team, they're very, very leaky. They've conceded 3 goals to Everton.
Right.
And Everton, they're all right, but that's made me think, okay, so we could be looking at a scenario here, Damon, where if City drop points in one of their next 2 games, and Arsenal beat West Ham, I've been offered a ticket to this game at Burnley, at home to Burnley. We could win the league at home to Burnley. I could be there. It's on a fucking Monday night. They're fucking bastards. Moved it from a weekend to Monday night for TV.
Take off. It's again, once in 26 years. You got to fucking do it.
Do I only go? Is that only worth doing if there's a chance of mathematically winning the league? Like, let's say if City are winning all their games and that Burnley game just becomes a must-win game, but not the game that secures the title.
I mean, again, it's not as it's not as Joel has to have a fucking seat in the building. Like, maybe not. But if there is that possibility, you gotta fucking be there. And the tickets offered to you, dude, fucking look, people are gonna have to get over it. You know what I mean? Like, you have diphtheria for 24 hours. Like, whatever the case may be. And everybody's gonna know, like, oh, okay, all right, Joel, we got it. It's not like if you do a sick thing, you'd be a laughing stock, because it just that's not gonna happen. But yeah, you gotta be there. Yes. No question about it.
Because I gave up the chance to go to this Champions League semi-final that we played yesterday, because we've not even come to talking about the Champions League yet, Damon.
I know.
So I was offered a ticket to this fucking this second leg against Atletico Madrid, and I turned it down. Mally didn't want me to go. Did I explain this scenario last week?
Yes. And again, it would be a pain in the ass. Again, getting back, blah blah blah, school, all the whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
this is different. If you could be in the building in the game that they clinch, you'll never forget it. Like, you'll never forget. You'll take that to your fucking grave. You got to be there.
I agree.
Right. Sort out the logistics. Okay, so Champions League. Here we go. Go ahead.
Last time we were in the Champions League final, we've only been in the Champions League final once, right? We've never won this competition on entire history. European Cup, Champions League, however it's been branded, we've never won it. And we've made the final once. That was in 2006. I was 18 years old then, first year at university. Again, I was like, oh, here's it. We're going to win. First of many. Went to pub. I was in Brighton, right, at the time. Went to pub King and Queen, watched it, and it just fucking broke my heart to pieces. We took the lead, played against Barcelona. Had a player sent off. Our goalkeeper got sent off after like 10 minutes. Came out so one of the Barcelona players went clean through. Our keeper came rushing out and just absolutely wiped out the Barcelona striker. Didn't get any of the ball.
Okay.
And
drop kicked him
for just denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity. He was the last man. Like, I don't want to relitigate a match that happened 20 years ago, but we're back down to 10 men, up against it, managed to get a goal. I think it was just before half time. And then just heroic, valiant effort with a numerical disadvantage, but just fell apart in the end. Like, 2 pretty late goals. I think one was 78th minute, and I was like 85th minute. Just real heartbreaking shit. And it's like deep trauma from that, Damon, because every time I see highlights of that, I have to like turn the TV. I have to like go away and do something else because I get upset thinking about it. And we've not been back there since. Like, we've been through this era of, we went through a stage of being in the Champions League and we could get out of the group stages, but every time we come up against a proper European heavyweight team, we went through this period of like having to play, we were just getting drawn against either Barcelona or Bayern Munich every fucking year when we got to the knockouts. And they would just spank us, just absolutely obliterate us, because our manager at the time, Arsene Wenger, wanted us to play this like beautiful, free-flowing passing football. And these teams would just mop the floor with us. I'm talking like aggregate score. There was one time we played Bayern Munich over 2 legs. We lost both legs 5-1. So an aggregate score of 10-2. And I've been in the stadium for. I was in the 2009 for a semi-final, second leg. Well, both legs. I went to this match actually where we played Man United in a semi-final, and they just destroyed us. Like they'd scored 2 goals after about 10 minutes. Absolutely devastating. Just being kind of the laughing stock of the Champions League. Just not a serious team. A team that was pretty, but when push came to shove, we would just get battered.
Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah,
and I'd be looking at the semi-finals and the finals, thinking, well, that's for the proper teams. That's for the big boys. That's not for Arsenal. That's we don't belong there. We stay in our place. And then it got even worse than that because then we stopped finishing in the top 4. We started finishing like 5th and 7th and 8th, and we were playing in the lesser competition, the Europa League. We couldn't even fucking win that. We made it to I think we made it to 1 or 2 semi-finals. We made it to the final one year and just got absolutely obliterated.
I mean, do you want to win that though? You know what I mean? Like, would you want to win it? I would just be like, fuck it.
It would have been nice. Yeah. I mean, once you've made it all the way to the semi-finals and the finals, you think, well, we've put this much effort, let's fucking win it now. But again, this was just a period where we were on the outside looking in, like not even qualifying for the Champions League. And I was genuinely thinking, well, are we ever going to get back to even being in the competition, let alone competing in it? But since Mikel Arteta took over within this, so 2003, the 23-24 season gets us to the quarterfinals, its first attempt. Narrow defeat to Bayern Munich. Like, okay, that's respectable for our first time back in the Champions League for many, many years. That's okay. I'm not going to be ashamed of that. Then the year after that, make it to the semi-finals against Paris Saint-Germain. Close game. I thought we were competitive. We just didn't quite take our chances. And I went to the first leg of that, and an incredible atmosphere for about 3 minutes until PSG scored, and then we were behind for the entirety of the tie. We were beaten by the better team. They were superior to us, and again, just thinking, we're just not at that level yet. But this year, making it, and we had a favourable run in the knockouts, but we've earned that by finishing top of the league phase, where there's like fucking 56 teams or something, and we finished top of all that after we won all 8 of our games, and that gave us an easier route in the knockouts where we played against, not the strongest team, pretty solid teams like who we played. So we played Bayer Leverkusen, Sporting Lisbon, Atletico Madrid in the semi-finals. But, you can only beat who's been put in front of you. And Atletico are a very wily, tough team, veterans who've been there before. They've been in, I think, 3 finals. So they've never won it either. So they're desperate to be there. But we did it. Maybe it was me. Maybe I was the jinx. But, maybe me choosing not to go and support my wife and be a good family man. Maybe I was repaid in good karma by being able to watch that on TV at my friend's house and have a thoroughly good time seeing us get back to our first European Cup final. Our first since 2006, only our second ever Champions League final. So we got 4 matches left, and we've got these 3 Premier League games. Nice weeks rest in between each. Then we win those 3, we're Premier League champions. Then a week later, Champions League final. We're going to face the winners of this Bayern Munich PSG game, and we are standing on the precipice of a historic double. A double that would just go into Arsenal folklore, because we're not one of these fucking oil billionaire dirty money financial misdemeanor teams that can just rack up trophy after trophy after trophy to the point where it doesn't mean anything anymore. We're not one of those clubs. Like, we're successful. We spent money for sure. I'm not going to paint this as some kind of like tiny little underdog story, but we're certainly not on the level of like a Chelsea or a Man City. But to finally just to be with the opportunity of winning, like, I would be happy with one of them. But if we do both, this is the kind of stuff that fans will sing songs about for generations. Like, statues will get built for the people who are doing these things that I'm watching every week. This is stuff that will go into club legend. For a club like Arsenal, this is so huge, and I'm just tantalized by the thought and it's just the images that pop into my hostile brain. You know, we've been talking about how our brains are turning against us, and I'm seeing all these images in my head of players like Bukayo Saka and Mars Lewis Skelly. These are, you know, kids from North London who came through the Arsenal Academy, through the Hale End Academy, like bred in London and grew up supporting the club, playing in this Champions League final and lifting that trophy that we've never lifted before. And, you know, we are the butt of everyone's jokes, and all the other teams that have won it tease us about it and take the piss because we've never won the European Cup. And, you know, even teams like Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest have won the European Cup in their history, but we never have. And just to finally do that, I don't know what I'd do, Damon. I would probably, I don't know. I like to think I'm an articulate person, but words fail me at that point. If we end up winning one or both of these trophies, it will be a very emotional time for me. I don't know what to say.
Can I ask you this? Would you, if I can guarantee you winning both, guarantee it, but you have to cut off one of your children's fingers. You get to pick the fingers. You get to pick the finger, and you get to pick the child. Would you do it?
No, I wouldn't do that. Because this is the thing, right, Damon? I'm feeling good.
We don't need 10 fingers. You know, I'm
putting my trust in the team.
I
think we're really good.
I can guarantee it.
We might not have the attacking. I've dropped my mic.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness gracious. You scared me.
We may not have the attacking prowess and firepower of a Bayern Munich or a PSG, but we are fucking hard to beat. We are nasty, resilient, dogged team. We're going to chase down every last ball and be disciplined and track back and just fight and scrap for every 50-50. And we are going to give absolute hell to whichever team gets through to that final. And I just have to look at the way things are lining up and think, you know what? Maybe this is it. Maybe it's our year.
Maybe. You know, look, here's the thing. Every team has their year. Why not you? Why not Arsenal?
Why not me?
Why not? I've said it from. I don't know. I just had a feeling, a vibe. You know, it's there. And again, I'm not following it as hardcore as you, obviously, but like I'm following it because, like I want this for you in the worst way, and I know how much it means. And you know, listen. Let me cut your kid's finger, please. Let me just
if someone else does it, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm a bit squeamish, Damon. I don't like blood.
I'll do it. I'm doing it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All
right.
Yeah.
Should we just do both of them, just to cover all our bases?
Really? Do both? All right. Listen. All right. All I want is one. You know, to make it happen. But listen, you're going all in. Both. All right. Let them know. By the way, just let them know tonight. They'll sleep well, knowing the next time they see me.
Up and just let them know.
By the way,
we're going to just cut your fingers.
Uncle Damon's going to
go back to sleep. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. Good night. Sweet dreams. All right. Very good. That is incredible news, and we're excited. We're all excited. And if you're not, you should be. You should be. You should want this if you're listening to this.
I'm embracing it. Like, what's the point in me doing the self-preservation? I don't think we're going to win and sort of diminishing my chances because you don't want to get hurt.
You don't want to get hurt. I know. I get it. You don't want to
get hurt anyway.
I know, but like if you kind of prepare yourself mentally of okay, it was never going to work out anyway, and you know you're trying to soften it. There's nothing to soften. Like go for it. Yeah. Take your chance.
If I do that and protect myself, do the self-preservation, and we lose, I'm still going to feel like shit anyway. It's not going to minimize anything. So why I want to enjoy this little interstitial period where I'm living with the belief of a genuine possibility of a historic League and Champions League double for Arsenal Football Club.
Will there be a parade in London?
There will. So the final will be on May 30th, I think. Okay. Unfortunately, right. So they're doing a screening of the final at the Emirates Stadium. I don't think that's official yet, but I'm hearing rumors that'll be the case. So they've done stuff like this before. So they'll put like big screens at the middle of the pitch, and everyone can sit in the stadium watch the game.
Yeah.
So I would like to go to that. Mally has booked tickets for us as a family to go and watch Detective Dog at the theatre in Plymouth that day, but I think I will probably ask for a pass for that.
Yes.
So my plan is to go up to London, go watch that screening, and then if we have won a trophy, I think the parade would be the very next day, would be on the Sunday, which is a tight turnaround, and unfortunate for the Arsenal fans who are travelling to Budapest for the final. But
Budapest?
the final's in Budapest. It's such a tight turnaround for the World Cup, right? Because so after this, Damon, the fucking FIFA World Cup is 11 days after.
Yeah.
So
I know.
These players, they need to get away. So I understand why they're doing it quickly, but it's just an insane amount of football. But yeah, I'm looking at the possibility of that weekend, May the 30th, 31st, being an absolute all-timer.
I'm going to tell you the truth. So I know that FIFA's coming, World Cup's coming, Philly's getting a handful of games. I forget what teams. I think we have like Ivory Coast and fucking who knows. Word on the street is tickets are not selling well. Hotels are not being booked. Why would they have Philly involved in this? Why would they have half the fucking cities in the U.S. involved in it? To be quite honest with you, like I feel bad because it's just. Again, we all know FIFA and the fucking organization that they are. Fucking scumbags. But like the city is really trying their best to make it accommodate and make it special. Like as of right now, there are plenty of tickets available. So we'll see. Maybe
because they cost like about $1 million each. I'm not.
I know.
I hope the whole thing is a complete disaster. Yeah. I would just laugh so much if it's got to the point, rather than being a festival of football, a celebration of the sport.
Oh, it's a money grab.
Where you're trying to make it a wonderful experience for everyone, the viewers at home and the fans visiting. It's just become something else entirely, where it's just commodified, just trying to squeeze every last fucking cent that you can out of the idiots, the mugs who are going to pay for this shit. I say no. Not on my watch.
And everybody, at first everybody was like, "Oh, it's going to be chaos in the city and entrapment." It's not. It's really not going to be that bad at all. But again, we'll see. We'll see. Listen, we're all excited for you. Just as a quick side note, because again, 26 minutes in, and eventually we will get to New Japan Pro Wrestling Talk. I promise.
Oh,
I know.
Go and listen to Keeping It Strong Style and We Work Stiff. They got the wrestling covered. That's
they got We're sports podcast now.
This is the biggest story in the Super J Cast. Joel,
it really is
potentially enjoying a League and Cup double. That's what people.
Where would you rank it in the moments of your life if this happens?
Oh my god,
top 3? Like
yes,
It's before you're married, right? Like it's like your kids being born, you're fucking them winning.
Look, the Arsenal fandom and everything that's come with it, all the glory and the heartbreak has long preceded my marriage and my parenthood.
It's in your DNA.
Which are things that I cherish on a different level entirely, but nothing brings the same kind of ecstasy and joy. And I don't want to say heartache because things can go wrong. Bad things can happen with family, so I don't want to invite that particular kicking.
I just want to see how deep you go. Go ahead. You keep talking.
It's different.
Okay. All right. Listen,
I can't think about anything else. Like every waking moment, I'm thinking about Arsenal and thinking about what happened this season. I'm absolutely obsessed by it. I'm haunted by it. I'm like Macbeth. Is it Macbeth? Yeah, Macbeth. It's just the 3 witches have come and have told me these wonderful things that I could have, and now I can think of nothing else.
Okay, I love it. The kids, like your classes, are just like, all right, we're bringing in a TV. Just watch TV. I don't.
I've said to my students from the start of the season, right? If we win either of those competitions, we're having a party.
Yeah. Oh.
So, some of them have been initially hostile about Arsenal. Some of them support other teams or don't like football.
And they're fucking kids. Fuck them.
Right. I said, if you don't get behind this effort, then you're not invited to the party.
And you fail.
Some fucking arithmetic practice while we're
right.
The rest of us having the party.
Yeah. Make them do math. Yes, all the maths while you're enjoying cupcakes and having a good time. Yes. Make it a dance party. Be fun. Look. I'm happy for you. I'm thrilled for you. Quickly, the Toronto Maple Leafs. They have their draft lottery. So all the shitty teams, depending upon where you landed at the end of the regular season, you get a handful of ping pong balls that are in a hopper that dance around, and it's a lottery, right? So the worst team gets more ping pong balls, and as you go from better, you get less. Leafs are in the mix. Also adding to this, me not looking forward to this particular draft is the numbskulls that fucking ran this organization. In making some deals, we were to give away our unprotected, or depending upon where we finished, we would be giving up a protected first round pick. So if we got a pick in the first 5 rounds, or first 5, right? First pick, second pick, third pick, fourth pick, we wouldn't have to give up the pick. But it's like 2 different teams. It's happening 2 different. Basically, going into this, it was, well, we're not going to have a first round pick. Great. That's great news. We suck and we have no future. Wonderful. We had an 8% chance of winning. We fucking won it. We have the number 1 pick. I could not believe it. We have the number 1 pick in this draft. The last time that's happened was Austin Matthews. Again, my favorite player. He holds the team's record for most goals. He's had 2 60-goal seasons. Before that was a Leaf legend, Wendell Clark. Again, maybe one of the best captains we've ever had. Like a Wayne Rooney kind of type, I guess, for lack of a better fucking description. We got the number 1 pick. This is a monumental deal, Joel. We have a generational talent. It would be as if you're starting a wrestling promotion and you have the number 1 pick, and you got to pick the best wrestler in the world, and not even the best wrestler in the world, best prospect, like a guy who's just like a guaranteed blue chipper. Can't believe it. 8% chance. That ping pong ball came up, and I nearly jumped out of my seat. Couldn't believe it. It means we get the pick because it was number 1. So all the conditions of giving away that pick in previous trades go out the window. Fucking love it. Love it. And then everybody's like, oh, the fucking league's rigged. This fucking lottery's rigged. Of course the Leafs go. You know what? If the NHL really wanted to fucking rig it for the Leafs, we would have made the playoffs a million times, and we would have gotten out of the first fucking round. Like, there is no rigging. They do that every fucking year. Like, whoever gets in the Islanders, it's been rigged, of course. Like, it's so stupid. People are just dumb. But I couldn't believe it. We actually won the fucking lottery. Won the lottery. So there you go. Sports updates brought to you by Kraft and by O2 Bank.
Right, so have you chosen a player yet then?
Yeah, there's a guy, Gavin McKinnon. McKinney? Yeah, he's apparently the head and shoulders, the guy who people have said this guy's a stud, definite number 1 pick. And again, he just wasn't on. Is he
someone who's played yet? Have you seen him play before?
Well, yes, in like truth be told, only in like highlight form. He's still in college, so he plays. I think he plays for Penn State. So yeah, he's and then like the Western Hockey League, like. But again, these are like minor leagues. These are not the big show. So, but yeah, like the stats that he's put up at this level, or at that level, are just mind-boggling. Like you're just like, holy shit! Like I don't know, I forget what the exact one, but we'll just say call it 20 games. He's got like 32. He's got like 100 points, like 20 games or some nonsense. So that along with Austin Matthews, who can I don't know, it's just really exciting. Like I was really worried. We were like, okay, the window is closed on this team. It's not, we're done. We're going to lose Austin Matthews when it comes 2 years when his contract's up, because he's going to be frustrated and be like, well, listen, I'm not rebuilding. You literally jumped ahead. You I don't know. It's like there's the rebuild. Like things have changed. Things have definitely changed because you're going into it thinking, all right, again, a rebuild. No, This changed everything. So yeah, I don't know, dude. Maybe the gods are smiling on us. The sun is shining on us. Let's go.
All right, give me a bold prediction then.
That of what next year? I think we make the playoffs next year. We can. I'm not going to say cup yet. I mean, there's still plenty of pieces that need to be filled, mind you, but like it helps tremendously, and it gives us a future. I don't know. I mean, injuries. Cross your fingers. That nothing serious occurs. I might have just jinxed it, but no, we have a future. It's very good. It's very good news. We're not winning a cup next year, but like we'll be competitive again. I truly believe that. And again, other moves have to be made, and I think that this ownership and management can do it. We'll see. I'm excited. Off season should be fun.
Right. So this season is the Joel season. Next season is the Damon season.
Oh my God! Imagine
written
that.
in the stars.
I can't believe it. All right. 34 minutes in. What do you say? What do you say we talk a little New Japan Pro Wrestling?
I just want to quickly just talk Jeff Cobb or JC Mateo and Tongaloa have been released from WWE. I did just remember like a really funny tweet when Jeff Cobb signed with WWE, where there were like WWE fans posting lists of like dream matches that they think Jeff Cobb could have. Like, Jeff Cobb versus Roman Reigns, Jeff Cobb versus I don't know any WWE.
AJ Styles, whatever. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Jeff Cobb versus Gunther, Jeff Cobb versus Brock Lesnar. People have not yet understood, or maybe they're starting to realize now that and his singles record, he'd wrestled the whole time he's been there, what, a year now? Now he's been released. He wrestled like 3 singles matches, and 2 of them were against an Uso, the same Uso. So WWE, it's not. People don't go to WWE to wrestle. It's not a wrestling company. It's not a company for wrestling matches. So I don't know why everyone's surprised about this, but do you see any interest from New Japan in that? No, me neither.
No. Well, again, I don't think he left on the best of terms, right? There's a lot of
was an absolute knob when he left.
Right. I mean, the whole thing: win title, don't win the title, don't show up for like that was a bit of an issue. That was a problem. And again, the guy's close to 40 at this point, right? I again, we never say don't take the bag, but it's like how it happened was a little bit like, oh, okay, you're scratching your head. And again, him and his tweets with, don't believe everything you read, or and then he, leaves.
Fucking marks.
Right, marks, right. Right. No, I really don't. I don't have one. It hasn't even been, it hasn't even been 2 years, right? So the absence makes the heart grow fonder kind of thing. But we're not in that world yet. We're not in that world. 2, you fucked up. You fucked up in the sense that you put your trust and you took a chance in a company that, let's be very honest here, I think a lot of people thought, not that would happen, what has happened, but that it's not going to be this, like he's not going to wind up being this headlining guy. I mean, maybe he could have, but okay, let's just say he's mid-card and he's happy and he makes a career out of it. Great. That was your choice, dude. And again, how many times have we seen this in the past? Like there's a lot of people where you're like, all right, you're going to be in the middle. You're going to be in the, like comfortably in the middle. Like you might win like and who cares about WWE title? Like honestly, do they mean anything at this point? Yeah. I mean, there was a definite ceiling, and no. I think we're good. We're good, and definitely no. Please no.
He's so funny.
Yeah. In a way that makes you want to fucking jump off a bridge. Funny. No, absolutely, positively, 0. No interest. Again, we've moved on. We have moved on.
It's like the wrong message to bring him back and give him any kind of push, wouldn't it?
I what do you do with him? What do you do with Jeff Cobb? Like you've done everything with him. It hasn't been that long. I'm good. And again, Tungalo brings absolutely fucking nothing. And at the very least, I don't have to look at fucking Haku being dragged out, in his fucking Bullet Club t-shirt. Yeah, and no, enough. We're past that. We're moving on.
Okay, so let's talk wrestling Dontaku then. So in terms of attendance, on night one did 2,477, which was down on the previous year's night one by about 500 tickets. Okay. And night two did 3,603, which was down nearly 2,000 tickets from last year, which with the caveat that last year that was Naito's farewell match, I believe. So big number for that. But I mean, I suppose it has to be the conversation that Dontaku is always a tour where there are lots of good matches spread across numerous events. And if you add up the numbers, I'm sure it probably works out as being more lucrative and profitable for New Japan to do that and spread them over several shows. Right.
But it wasn't always like that, though. Dontaku was a single show in and itself. And I know the complaint from many is, you could have a really fucking stellar one show as opposed to spreading the butter too thin across the bread. And I mean, from a financial standpoint, I think they probably wound up being okay. A little disappointing with those numbers. I gotta be honest with you, a little bit. I mean, 500, that's significant. I think that's a significant dip. It's not like it's 100. It's not like it's 200, 500. And again, but it's hard for me to judge night two, Joel. Again, I think that Naito situation was a special. So they were fucking cramming people in with a shoehorn. But it's just, the optics of it is not great.
We had Gino Gambino back on commentary. I thought it's nice to hear him again. I thought he was a good bit of fun for the slower moments in the show. But I was worried, is he going to be keeping this up for the whole show? But he didn't. He stood back and kept quiet when he needed to be quiet. He didn't distract during, the big matches and big moments.
Yeah, he was fine. And here's the thing too: it's not like anybody was worried about him. It's like riding a bike, I would think, right? Get right back on it and get ready to mix. But yeah, I think that a lot of people's worry was that he was going to do that and step on people and just to get his wacky heel jokes in. Yeah, he was fine. I did honestly. I think the second night I watched it was the Japanese commentary, so I don't know about the second night commentary. First night's fine. Sometimes I gotta be honest with you. Sometimes the I hate to say this, but sometimes the English commentary bothers me. It doesn't bother me; it just annoys me. So I'd rather just hear the emotion as opposed to hearing the words, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like I concentrate a little bit more. Like if I know that Chris and Walker are doing the commentary, I tend to drift off in paying attention because I can hear it, and then when it gets crazy, I can kind of look at the screen. So I kind of prefer the Japanese commentary just because of that. I feel like I pay more attention, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
I mean, it's good, but it's a point. It's my point.
I don't want to talk about every single match here. Let's just go to the key matches here. First one I would like to talk to you about is Aaron Wolf defeated Don Fale, 10 minutes, 30 seconds via angle slam. Yeah. So this was a very sort of paint by numbers story built around, story that they started during the New Japan Cup, whether or not Aaron Wolf could lift up and slam Don Fale. And that, I thought, tied in really smartly with that thing I was talking about last time, that 10 million yen TV competition that Aaron Wolf was having about all these people who were challenged to throw him off his feet, and they sort of tied that into this match here. And I don't know, Damon, I quite like this match. I thought it was that they built up the heat nicely. It was, logically paced. I thought the finish was satisfying. I thought it was a simple story, well executed. And I know people would love to have a more ambitious early run for Aaron Wolf, and I certainly wouldn't say no to it, but I'm going to remain steadfast as the sole voice of reason in the Aaron Wolf discourse and say, I believe the way he is being booked at the moment is absolutely fine. And people need to calm down. He is a very special, very unique talent from a completely different sport with an extremely high ceiling who, you know, we should rightly be excited about and have high expectations for how he's handled. But he's also a complete rookie at professional wrestling, and his development is being and is going to be handled very, very carefully. And as much as some people might want him to be rushed into a high intensity work rate match with, you know, guys like Shingo Takagi, he's not there yet. So doing very simple, come from behind, babyface and peril matches in the big spots, the big shows, while he's working the undercard tags and the Road 2 shows, getting the reps in and learning on the job, that's fine. And I get it. It might not be exciting for some fans. That's okay. I'm not telling you that you have to enjoy watching Fale working control segments in 2026, but really it's not for you. You know, I think it serves multiple purposes here. So it doesn't, not only is it supporting Aaron Wolf's development as a wrestler, but it also gives you these nice highlight reel clips for the talk shows where he's slamming the big, tall, fat man to go, for, you know, all the promotional videos, all of that stuff. And they're also good entry-level matches for casual fans. I think it's okay. This match did exactly what we said on the tin. Yeah, it was simple. Like, my only minor criticisms would be that splash he did from the top rope, the deadly...
Oh, my God. Was that a headbutt? was that... Because on Japanese commentary, Joel, I might have to replay it. Maybe I misheard it, but I could have sworn somebody said high fly flow, and I was like, "That
is extremely generous." Yeah. And also, he looks like he's scared to hurt his opponents. He's working very, very light with the striking, but again, that's perfectly understandable. That'll improve with time. But to me, the big picture stuff is all there. I think he's got good instincts. He's got solid timing. I think his emoting is engaging. He fires up at the right times. He lands all the big spots. So I think it's really important to talk about these matches and analyze them in terms of Aaron Wolf's development as a wrestler and not just, Don Fale, yucky, 2.25 stars. Because I actually thought Fale was good here. He's there to be a veteran hand, to lead Wolf through the match, and he did exactly that. I can't believe I'm going to bat for Don Fale here. And a match that was nothing special. But some of the talk around Aaron Wolf is just baby brain nonsense. It's really winding me up, Damon. There's people whining about the House of Torture feud and wishing he was in some kind of like elite, high-end, intense battle with people like Oleg Boltin. Like, calm the fuck down. Let the grown-ups talk about this sensibly, you fucking babies. He's been wrestling for 4 months. Get serious. The entitled whinging that comes with so many reviews I read or hear, it's just so detached from reality. I almost feel it's unworthy of discussion on this podcast. Were it not so prevalent and being spewed by people who have seen enough wrestling to know better. It really annoys me.
I get it. I get people get frustrated by House of Torture. I'm in the boat. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, pals. I think your heads would explode if you went back and watched the development of legitimate pro wrestling legends. Like, Hiroshi Tanahashi didn't just show up and win a title. Fucking Jumbo Tsuruta, like, your head you would be so frustrated in the idea of some of the stuff that, like, here's really what it is. I think, and again, this is life in general, and I don't want to sound like an old man yelling at the fucking clouds. Like, there is no such thing as patience. There is no such thing as the idea of, again, it's May. He started January 4th. Again, it's House of Torture, anyone's cup of tea. Very few people. I understand that. I get it. It's fucking May the 6th today. It hasn't been that long. And I think people just want that instant gratification. And they just want to jerk off in a fucking rag and throw the rag out their car window. I don't know why they're jerking off in a car, but you get my point. You get my point. You know what I mean? Like like I feel like there's no sense of it's like give me it now, 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 give me it now. And I don't want to say these words, but like just sit back and enjoy the fucking ride a little bit. Just sit back and enjoy the ride a little bit. Not you don't have to. Again, we're the kings of analyzing and looking at every little fucking nook and cranny. But sometimes you got to look at something and say it's fucking been 5 months. You know what I mean? Like
it's like my children. If I'm cooking something, like, is it ready yet? I want to eat it now. Like
right.
taking it there. Let's take the cake out of the oven and just eat sort of bits of gloopy half-baked dough, right? Let's do that. We're letting the children decide here.
Yeah. But where do you think that comes from, though, Joel? Like, again, if you go through the history of this promotion and even All Japan and even other promotions, like, again, legends, people that you would put in a greatest wrestler of all time. You've seen these lists, right? Like people that should know better, even like you're just like give it a little fucking time. Give it a little time, and you're not going to go out there and okay, look. I understand. I think here's the thing, Joel. I think that they're more frustrated with who it is as opposed to what it is.
Yes,
you know,
but also failing to recognize the value in working a 10-minute match against a Don Fale in a spot like this, which is not without merit. I'm sorry. I know you might not like it, but it's not without merit.
Okay, look, listen, I'm going to be very clear with this as well. Don Fale fucking stinks. He just fucking blows. I can't stand watching him. Joel, he doesn't even wear boots anymore. He just wears sneakers. They're not even like tie-ons. They're like those Skechers slip-ons. Like he's so fat he cannot tie his own shoes. Like it's preposterous. Yeah, like again, he's not good in the sense of you're going to get anything remotely interesting from him. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt, and trust me, it was something that I was truly worried about in the sense of, okay, is he going to carry this match? Yes, he's going to carry this match, and he's going to dictate it, and he's going to call the spots, and there's going to be periods of Aaron Wolf, in peril. Like, yeah, we're doing simple pro wrestling stuff because, truth be told, what New Japan needs are people watching this product that can digest this easily. They don't need they know one side is really fucking bad and boo, and this guy I recognize because he's won a fucking gold medal, and let's see him fucking come back. Now, I am disappointed in the fact that Aaron Wolf did not sell the back after he tried to lift. There was none of that, if you noticed. I was a little disappointed by that. I do have one question. And it was one of these kind of like eureka moments. And correct me if I'm wrong. Don Fale. Does that mean like he's trying to be like a Don in the Italian mob? Is that why it's Don Fale? That is.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why
it's short for Donald.
Short for Donald. I was like, why is he calling him? Why is he Don Fale? And it was like, I don't know what clicked with me on that one. I'm a fucking dope.
Idiot.
I am an idiot. I had no idea. I really thought it was just like Donald. Yeah, I really did. I had no idea it was
very fun.
It really listen. At least I'll fucking admit it. You know what I mean? At least I'll sit here and fucking admit it.
That's very funny.
I had no idea. I was like, Don never. I know. Here's the thing: Don never wears shorts. He never wears. He's always long pants, right? Right?
Yeah.
Sausages for you. All right, very good.
Right, we had a never openweight championship match with Ren Narita getting his first successful defense against Oleg Boltin, 15 minutes 20 seconds via armbar. Look, Ren he's been rightly criticised, I think, in recent years for what I think has been lazy work. Like when I see him wrestling proper matches and working hard against guys like Zack Sabre Jr. and having really great matches, I'm like, yeah, he's good again. And then he wrestles crap for the rest of the year. Then to me, that's an issue of effort and application. Now, he does have some skills as this like slimy little weaselly goblin man, this submission wrestler who's going to like grab onto a body part and just wrench it and twist it and snap it. And again, that does have some value, but he has not got anywhere near the skill and charisma that Evil did. So as long as we are not just transposing Ren into Evil spot, then I'm willing to wait and see what Ren can deliver in this mid-card role. I'm going to give him a chance. I'll give him a few months to see if he can step up and rise to a similar level as his peers. You know, can he read the room and see big power vacuums here? There's a real opportunity. Grab the brass ring and you know, you can make something of yourself here. With all that said, right, I found the first 10 minutes of this match very, very boring. Right,
Awful.
I was really disinteresting. The House of Torture tropes, they are just utterly charmless without Evil. Now, there was some stuff that I did like. When he had Kanemaru took the mouthful of whiskey and Boltin had him in the torture rack and then like squeezed him and made the whiskey spray out. That was quite funny. I like that. And I thought Ren, he took his bumps. He ragdolled really well for Boltin. And I'm excited by the burgeoning alliance between Boltin and Wolf, which I talked about last week. I thought Boltin sold his shoulder well. Again, I keep saying, would love to see Boltin doing a match where he isn't selling an injury. I like the finish with Ren raking the eyes and then getting that flying armbar from the turnbuckle. The way he chained the submissions together at the end and that kind of like MMA-inspired sequence was quite cool. And the little hope spots from Oleg, you know, is he going to power out of it and get the power bomb? But then Dick Togo got the low blow and then Ren manages to cinch in the full armbar. I thought that was pretty neat. Like, I've got a higher tolerance on the House of Torture tropes if they're done in a creative way. If it's the same shit every single match, then it does great. Like, I've got no time for it. But I thought they did make an effort here to do something a little bit different and creative with the spot. So as far as I'm concerned, Ren's just keeping that belt warm until he hands it over to Aaron Wolf at Dominion. You know, that's my understanding of the situation. So I thought this was okay. It wasn't as good as the New Japan Cup match, but yeah, fine.
Do you give him as much rope as you do Aaron? I mean, I feel... No, Oleg. Boltin, Oleg.
I have higher expectations of Oleg because his background is wrestling.
Right.
Not professional wrestling, amateur wrestling.
Right.
He's been doing it longer than Aaron Wolf, and I just feel that more of those skills are transferable. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that, but to me, amateur wrestling to pro wrestling seems to be like an easier transition than judo to pro wrestling.
What am I missing with him? It's not happening for me. Like, what am I missing?
There does seem to be a bit of a disconnect there between you and Oleg Boltin. I think his matches are quite similar.
Very similar. Yeah. And again, you could be the strong guy and you can be the power guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. It's just not. Maybe it's not enough. I don't know. Look, I think there were a few factors that went into me watching this match that I was just kind of like, all right. One, I think the House of Torture stuff was a little overkill by even this point, and there's still plenty more of it, right? Like, it was just like, all right, can we? All right, I get it. I don't know if there was a ton of chemistry here. I felt like, once again, it's like there are times where I just feel like he's just kind of, I don't want to say lost, but like there's no connective tissue, it feels like. I don't know. Like there's just, like, I don't know. Like, what am I missing? What am I missing with this guy? Because I don't feel it. I'm curious as to what that missing piece is and that missing ingredient is that I've yet to see. Is that sandpaper? Is that maybe I need more of just a rougher edge or a more, I don't know, more bulldozery, for lack of a better term? I don't know. Like, it just feels like a gentle, like, nobody feels like, I'm going to be honest with you, he feels to me like a less athletic Jeff Cobb.
I I like him. I think he's really good. I think his matches in terms of the layout are a bit formulaic for me because it always seems to be
What's his upside?
he overpowers the opponent early, then the opponent starts working over a body part, and then he goes, ow, ouchie, ouchie, and then he fires up and is like, and then is like catching people in midair and doing big power moves like a big angry grizzly bear. And I like that. I think that's fun, but I also would like to see more. I'd like to see him in some different scenarios and different match layouts. I would like to see him in some maybe faster paced matches and some. Let's see, do some squash matches. I wanted to see him like absolutely bulldoze people.
Like name a really good Oleg Boltin match.
I thought the Yushi in the New Japan Cup was really good.
Okay. I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. I guess. I don't know. I it hasn't hit with me yet. Again, that it might be more of a me issue than anything else. Oh, he's just not sticking with me.
He's a bit lumbering. He's not the
lumbering is a good word. Yes,
wrestler. There's something a little bit kind of awkward and uncoordinated.
That's what I'm saying. Yep, I would agree with that. And again, maybe that gets rectified in time.
Fluidity and is it? Yeah. I don't know. It's not as limber and fluid as top tier wrestlers.
Right. And again, I think that comes with time. And once again, maybe I should practice what I preach with a little bit of patience. But I feel like we've had more runway with what we've seen with Oleg Boltin Oleg. I don't know. I mean, I what you said there, I definitely feel. Maybe that gets maybe gets ironed out.
Also, there's not really much of a character, is there? Like, who is Oleg Boltin? What makes him tick? What is the
an athletic big
with himself? What
a brick wall? Yeah.
What keeps him up at night? What are his fears? What are his worries?
Would he cut off a finger to have? All right, very good.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm stepping all over you today. Ren is just so handcuffed by this fucking thing. It's unbelievable, but okay, it is what it is. No point in complaining. It's not going to change.
Main event was the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship match with Andrade El Idolo defeating the champion Yota Tsuji 32 minutes 57 seconds with the message: the real Latino man versus the fake Latino man. I love the story going into this one, like Andrade stinging Tsuji's pride and baiting him into having a lucha match where Tsuji is not as good as he thinks he is at that and ends up being out of his depth. It had, they talk about like that dumb jock energy. It was like dumb lucha jock energy here,
right?
With this like escalate. I'm really grateful we got this rematch actually, and not another Gabe Kidd match. Like Gabe winning that title would have really annoyed me, but I just love seeing these two fucking idiot meatheads just one-upping each other. These big, sweaty, meaty tit slaps. And yeah, that's a really nice sense of escalation and flair, like they're trying to outdo each other. I would love for a rubber match in Arena Mexico, actually. It pops into it. But I thought the high spots were great. It's almost reminded me in spirit of the Kenny and Naito matches, just in the sense of like the recklessness and the lovely dangerous spots, doing stuff off the apron and the top rope, which fit the story of this match. They're all about pride and ego and showmanship, and Andrade dragging Tsuji into deep lucha waters. And I thought the pace intensity was really impressive, and that climactic moment of the turnbuckle DDT onto the ring post, that was
brutal.
Like that, really great finish, great match. I don't know. I don't have any problems with Andrade winning this belt. And I know people are getting upset about Tsuji dropping a belt and a belt going to AEW, all that. But I'm okay with Andrade doing it because he's cool as fuck and he works hard and he wrestles sick matches. So yeah, I like it and I want more Andrade. I hope he can make it into the G1 just because he every time he comes, he delivers. He's great.
I thought the match was great. I really did. I thought the match was outstanding. Better than the Trenton New Beginning match. And I thought that was pretty good as well. I think these guys have chemistry. I think these guys, I don't know, they mesh well. I don't have any problems with Andrade winning this. And here's the thing too. I think I've kind of come to the point where it's like, you know what? If New Japan doesn't care, why are we caring? You know what I mean? Like if they feel like this is a smart move, I guess you can question it, but like the idea of he's an outside winning a title, like I think we're past that point. Like it's if you just want like this pure Japanese only title holders, then all right, I get it. I hear the people complaining about the fact that Tsuji has 2 belts, has 2 titles, and again in May now he's titleless. But I think where they're missing and what they're missing is something that you brought up on a previous show, is that a lot of times the character building and the development of a pro wrestler in a company, it can't just be linear to the top. Let me take that back. It can be linear to the top, but to me, that's not that interesting. It really isn't. It's okay. He's not being buried. He's not being discounted. He's not being put on the undercard and never getting out. That's not happening here. It's just not. If you feel that a guy losing both of his titles from January to May is a detriment to the company, I don't know. I don't know. It didn't feel that way to me. I will say that I was surprised by it. I truly was. But I don't think it's they fucked over Yota Tsuji, and this company can't build stars, but this is part of the process of it. It cannot be, nor do I want it to be, nor historically and rarely has it been this linear rocket ship straight to the top and for years on top. Because guess what? You'll get sick of it after a while. Like it'll be complaints. It'll be it's not a burial at all. And again, if an outsider holds the title, we're going to be okay. And how much of an outsider is he really? You know what I mean? It's not like there's a
card-carrying member of United Empire, Damon.
That, and again, his past history with the promotion. It's not like he's, fucking Nick Nesmith or whatever the fuck his name. Dolph Lundgren or fucking Matt Riddle coming in. Like it's like we're not in that boat. Dolph Lundgren, whoever the fuck. You know what I mean? Dolph Ziggy Stardust. I don't know. We're not there. This is not the Good Brothers showing up. Who showed up in Noah. Oh boy. You'll bleed. It's not. I'm okay with this one. I really am. I'm fine with it. And that's not just me saying it because Tony Khan did the job in Fulham. It's because it's a guy who's incredibly talented, holding a title that just guarantees that we'll see a rubber match, and hopefully it's in a New Japan ring.
So that was night 1. So night 2, again, I'm just going to pick and choose from stuff that I thought was noteworthy here. So there was the New Japan World TV Championship match where Konosuke Takeshita defeated Chase Owens in 11 minutes 32 seconds. The story being that Chase had stolen Takeshita's belt.
Was that ever established anywhere? Did I miss that?
Yeah, it was on one of the Road 2 shows. I forget which one. But it wasn't very clearly communicated. Chase Owens was saying stuff like, "Oh, you better watch your belt, watch your bag, Takeshita." And I didn't know what he was implying. Was he going to do I thought he was going to do a poo in his bag, like Randy Orton.
Dynamite Kid thing?
Yeah. But yeah, it was supposed to be that he stole his title. But
okay.
Here's the thing, right? If you were to just sort of skip the filler matches and just watch the big matches, as in the order we've been describing them, 3 out of the 4 would have been House of Torture matches. So let's dial it back a bit, lads. Right, let's keep it in its lane because there's quite a lot of it at the moment, and I understand it serves a purpose. But after watching, there was about 8 people doing a run-in during this match. I was like, come on, that's enough. That'll do. Just dial it down a bit. This is an opening match with Chase Owens. I don't know. my expectations were pretty low going, and it was okay. The match, I don't think there's a huge amount to say about it, but the 2 big stories coming out. One was Takeshita joining Hontai, so he's now he's teaming up with the lads. You know, your Shota Umanos and Wato and
Taguchi.
Taguchi, is Taguchi in it? Yo,
I think so.
Aaron Wolf, all those people. And the other was, of course, Sanada making his return. And I think everyone could probably guess it was Sanada by his gait, the little Sanada waddle that he does, and seems to get a good reception. People are excited that he's back. So I'm happy that he's healthy and back to fitness, because the initial reports I heard about his injury were quite severe, but then I heard that actually no, it wasn't going to be that bad. So nice to see him back. I don't know where he lands. I'm assuming he's going to be having a match. He's going to challenge Takeshita for that TV title. You know, maybe Sanada is now the leader of House of Torture, which, you know, if it stops Red Narrator from being leader of House of Torture, then maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. And do you have any strong thoughts about the return of Sanada?
Well, the problem is that I think everybody and their mother knew it was Sanada, and they knew it was Sanada for when he debuted in the mask. Hey, listen, I'm going to echo what you said. I mean, do I want ill on him? No, of course not. Am I happy that he's healthy enough to at least get in the ring? Yes. He's not one of my favorites. I'll be very honest. I think the injury will probably also limit him in what he might be even comfortable doing. And I hope he doesn't try to do things that are outside of the range, because now we're talking about the potential of even more serious injury. Again, they're adults. They are going to do what they do. And, you know, I'll never sit here and tell them not to. But I think now you have that added factor of a guy who, quite honestly, never really stuck with a lot of people. Matches were okay, and I don't know what that means for I think I'll have a little bit of a deeper look when he does get in the ring, because I'd be curious as to how his health has impacted his in-ring. I can't imagine it getting better. Let's put it that way. So, good luck. But yeah, I can't tell you. I can't sit here and tell you that, you know, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat watching Sanada again.
Yeah, I think I'll be annoyed if he's getting a push.
Oh, he's getting a push.
I don't like that.
Yeah, is he in G1?
I imagine so. Yeah.
I hope. Oh God, really? I mean, you'd figure he would be. I do you really want to see 6, 7, 8, night 6 from Nagoya or wherever? I'm just making it up. You know, do you really want to see that Sanada?
I will watch his annual banger with Zack Sabre Jr. and then
there you go. All right, okay, fair enough. But he's back. Good for him.
I want to touch on the second match just because it had Daiki Nagai in it, because Daiki Nagai is officially in Best of the Super Juniors. He's taken Doki's spot. I'm strangely excited for Daiki Nagai versus Taguchi, because they kind of teased it a bit here and there was a bit of ha-has, but I think there's the potential. I really want Grumpy Gooch, you know, when he gets really pissed off and it's like, you little shit, and starts like going really hard. I hope he does that rather than just being silly, because that could be really good. But he's got a new finisher. He's got a diving headbutt, so that's exciting. He's looking good. I just feel like I've not really seen much of him in a singles capacity outside of the sort of generic Young Lion stuff. So I'm interested to see what the presentation of Daiki Nagai, the wrestler, is during Best of the Super Juniors. If he's, you know, going to get his own entrance music, and is he going to start refining his style a bit? Because I think that's something to look forward to. I think it's an upgrade, to be honest, getting Doki out and Daiki Nagai in.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't. I hope he gets a little bit more than what just looking at the lights during the entire tournament. Like it'd be nice to see him kind of progress, and I think he will. Yeah, I mean, sometimes injuries, pose opportunity. Speaking of that, do you think that and I know I'm fast forwarding to night one, but you're just real quick. I just want to get your thoughts. Do you think the title change was planned all along? In other words, do you think Gabe Kidd was slotted to win that anyway, and they just went with the title change just because it was in the bag?
I do. I think it was just like a little side quest for Forbidden Door, or some sort of Yankoid show. That's
okay.
My feeling anyway.
Do you think you don't think that they had that planned from the jump, or do you think they pivoted?
What do I think? Gabe Kidd would have won the title if he was still in the match.
Correct.
Yeah, I do. I think he would have won.
Okay. All right, I'm happier with the outcome then. Like honestly, yeah, that's fine. All right, sorry. Back to night 2. Sorry.
What else have we got here? I thought the match with Taichi and Yuya against Hartley Jackson and Yohei Oiwa, I enjoyed that a lot. Taichi got a pin here. Black Mephisto. So that was good. I touched on it last week. So the little story. I just love the way that wrestlers will build up a little undercard story if you pay attention to the Road 2s and the backstage comments where Taichi and Hartley Jackson were talking about each other and saying, "Oh, there's no way you're going to throw me off my feet," and
sumo spot,
wrestling and all of that. So I thought I really enjoyed that sumo spot as a sumo fan myself. When Taichi getting the big crowd pleasing hip toss to Uwatanage and then putting that into the Black Mephisto. So that was really cool. I think there's still so much value in Taichi. It's just my weekly do something with Taichi plea, and it sounds like they might. I said last week, and it seems like they are delivering on it, building up to Taichi and Yuya against Zack and Oiwa, which I think would be a really, really great match. And I've enjoyed watching Yuya and Oiwa locking horns again here, adding some more layers to their rivalry after their brilliant match they had at the G1 last year. It's a very healthy tag division, isn't it? Like even when they just take teams like this who've not got a huge amount of history tagging together, but there are little narrative threads that they pull together that make it make sense, and they build it up, and then they have interesting matches like this and call out other opponents afterwards, even beyond the scope of the IWGP heavyweight tag team titles. I just think that's always a sign of a healthy division when you're looking what is going on outside of the direct title feud. So this is just a really interesting little thing. I don't know if it will lead to someone challenging Knockout Brothers, but I just think it's a cool little thing that's happening in the mid-card.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I always like the idea of, number one contenders is kind of feels the same way with that. Just, again, outside of the direct challenge. Are you on board with Hartley Jackson in G1 Climax?
No, I don't think he'll be in there.
All right, I'll start the petition. I'm starting.
I think he's a perfect guy to have in the undercards of a G1 Climax, because he was one of my favorite things about the non-tournament matches in last year's G1 tour.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see him in. Make it happen, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Put him in. I mean, again.
I don't think even he'd want to do it.
All right, then, we'll get some feedback there. But I definitely want to see him in there. I really do. I think he would thrive, as the kids say. Again, he's looking at the lights more often than not. But again, I think
who's he going to beat? He never wins. He doesn't beat anyone.
He could beat Ren Narita.
Fine. All right. Yeah, you've won me over there.
There you go. Done.
Right, so there was a junior tag championship match, which wasn't a junior tag match at first, but then they made it into a junior tag match with Mystico and El Desperado defeating Ichiban Sweet Boys in their first defense. Despi submitted Fujita. It was like the dual submissions with the numero dos after 20 minutes.
This is great.
It was great, but what is also great, and I know I've spoken about it before, is Mystico's international music copyright dubbed tune.
You like that?
I love it so much, Damon. It sounds like the kind of song you get for like a Tex-Mex restaurant. when it's playing. It's like, no, 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 no. I'm imagining like out where the road gets dusty and the flavors get bold. I'm hungry,
Wow.
leave happy.
Yeah. A cold margarita and a hot burrito. Yours
Fresh
for 90 pounds.
Smoky fajitas. Homemade flavor in every bite.
Homemade flavor in every bite. Yeah. Yes. A taste of Mexico in every bite. Yes.
I thought this was going to be like a fun little filler mid-card match, and they went way harder than I expected. This was nuts. And of course, we've got Despy booking himself to win another title in News at 11. It's just funny, David, how like CMLL wrestlers, they cannot win New Japan titles for love nor money, but as soon as they're on the Tony Khan payroll, then Ghetto's fucking throwing the titles at them. You just can't get them belted up quickly enough. And yeah, it's a great match. I like when Robbie Eagles kicks people and goes, "Chitay! Chitay!" That's really good. They should do more of that.
What does that mean?
I don't know. But you could see he was having an absolute blast wrestling Mystica. I don't know, but I imagine that might have been like on his bucket list. And it does feel that there is some very intense, heated, unfinished business between Fujita and Despy, which motivated them to do shoot headbutts. I'm not sure the shoot headbutts were necessary in a mid-card impromptu junior tag match. Like, it's not something you typically associate with the junior tag division.
Right.
Skull on skull brutality, but go off King. And yeah, another example of titles going on outsiders. So I'm not holding my breath for numerous title defenses, but again, I'm just going to file this under cool dudes doing cool shit. So I'll allow it.
Totally into this. I really love this match. It might have been he's right up there for my one of at least my favorite matches. I think the thing that made these shows a little bit more special was I generally was surprised at some of the outcomes. I don't think either of us would have said, well, one, who knew this was going to be for the titles? Was it originally for the titles or it wasn't for the titles?
No, it was a non-title match and then they made it a title match.
Gotcha. Which I think at the time we were talking about it and we were like, all right, that's weird, but okay. I think this is really good. This is really fucking good. Once again, the junior titles, fucking, it's on fire. And again, this little surprise tag team of Despy and Mystico, fucking great. Again, I was surprised at the idea. Robbie Eagles, I know he made fun of him before for his look. I love his look right now. I don't know what it is. He looks like a fucking AFL player. He should be playing for Collingwood. They all look exactly like that, just for reference. So, I can't. What was this? How long did they go? They went about, like over 15, right?
Yes, it's 20 minutes.
20 minutes. I thought this was great, man. And here's the thing. I don't know how long it'll last with Despy and Mystico, but man, just the fucking, I am fantasy booking things in my mind. Like this could be really awesome. It might be just a one and done, but like totally into that tag team. Totally into it. And correct me if I'm wrong. If you didn't see it, maybe I feel different, but whatever, you feel different. Despy, don't you think this fucking breathes some life into him?
Yes. I lost interest in him dominating the junior singles division and having all his lengthy masturbatory title defenses at Korakuen Hall. But yeah, this is something different. And again, there were just sparks in this rivalry with Fujita that I want to see. I need to see the payoff to that. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be Best of Super Juniors. Are they in the same block? I don't even know. I should probably look that up. But I'm looking forward to seeing it at least. We'll see if they meet. It'll be a semi-final or final, whatever.
Junior tags, man. Junior tags on fire. Again, if it wasn't for, I mean, I think they'll definitely get votes. And I know we're talking about May right now, but like, I mean, Eagles and Fujita are just fucking awesome. And I love this new tag team. I love Despy and Mystico. I really do. I love what they're doing with the junior tags thing. Love it.
Yeah, I could sort of see people worrying that they're sort of hot-shotting the belts a bit and not
they're the junior titles.
to build up AW. But I kind of like that. It makes sense that in this sort of new burgeoning division with some relatively new tag teams, that there isn't that standout dominant team. So a bit of hot potatoing would kind of make sense given the landscape of the division.
Yeah, everyone's a threat. I got no problem with it.
Okay, then we will talk about the Never Openweight Six-Man Tag Championship, where the challengers, Great-O-Khan, HENARE, and Will Ospreay defeat the champions of Bishamontin, Oleg Boltin, YOSHI-HASHI, Hirooki Goto. 24 minutes, 6 seconds. Great-O-Khan pinned YOSHI-HASHI after the Great Blade Bomb to win the Six-Man Tag Championship. So Will Ospreay, again, in a interesting match here. What did you make of this?
I liked it. I was actually, once again, not only a little bit surprised that they flipped the titles here. Again, it's Okan in the mix, so you figured he was losing, to be honest with you. I actually was surprised he got the pin. I was pleasantly surprised. Ospreay makes every match. Even if he doesn't do a whole hell of a lot, he does have this aura about him that makes things a little bit extra, a little bit more important. I thought HENARE was pretty good. I thought
Great-O-Khan's still crap.
Like, he's just, I don't know. Like, I think the match was very good. If I had to sit here and wag a finger at anybody, it's probably Okan. It's just, I don't know, whatever. We talk about it every week, so I don't want to beat a dead horse.
You just can't read the room. So you've got this big sort of high energy, high intensity match. Everyone getting their shit in. Everyone's buzzing. Like, Will Ospreay's back. Everyone's, doing cool stuff. And then he's like sliding out of the ring and doing like crowd brawling. It's just like, mate, come on. This is not the vibes here.
Yeah. I mean, it does. I like the fact that we're really solidifying Empire as a threat across the board. Like, when a faction has dominance, does make for entertaining stuff. Yeah, I thought everybody was fine. I thought everybody was good. I thought it was pretty funny watching Oscar and Yuta Ice challenge. Not even for the fucking Never titles. Them coming out and saying, "All right, HENARE and Khan," which once again with the tag situation this time for the heavyweights, I like the idea of just rotating this crop again. I always want Okan to fucking put it all together, and I feel like I'm just barking up the fucking tree. But yeah, I think the match will be very good when that comes down the road. Absolutely. But yeah, I was a little surprised they swapped the titles here a little bit.
Daryl says, so after this past weekend, our champions include Andrade, Takeshita, Mystico, and Will Ospreay. I love this newfound focus on internal talent. That's quite a few outside talents to be going up in the space of one weekend.
It is, but let's be honest here. One of those is the junior tag titles, which, again, I would not be surprised if the next show they fucking drop it. The Never six-man titles, I mean, there's never any real solid, well, I can't say never, but there has been a little bit, but I don't think anybody's losing sleep over title changes there. So, 2 out of the 3 that they mentioned, are we losing a lot of sleep over that? I'm not.
Well, his specific question was, where do we see this going? Do you think any of these guys, well, I'm sure love the company in Japan, will appear in the G1 this year with outside contracts? I'd say there's a solid chance of Andrade doing it. It's always the thing with the G1. I do think there's a willingness, like these guys, they want to be in the G1, but it's just whether or not New Japan decide to pony up the cash that they need to actually make it happen. And from what I understand, they would just say, like, oh, yes, yeah, very interesting, sure. And then they'll just like ghost them and never call them back. So again, I do think the stopping point, the obstacle is New Japan's finances rather than any kind of willingness on the AW end.
And also, like, the talent themselves. Like, do they want to spend a month doing that?
I'm saying I think they do. I think from what I've heard, there's multiple high-name talents in AW who really want to work a G1 Climax, but it's just, do New Japan think it's worth the money?
And do you think Tony would be okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. He's our friend now.
That's true. Again, my biggest...
everything I heard, I was told multiple names that really wanted to work G1. We're not doing anything significant in AEW, but it was New Japan just didn't go ahead with it.
Darby Allin. All right. I mean, listen. I think New Japan. Look, when the fucking, and it was a totally different scenario, mind you, but when TKO is trying to slash costs, you know where we are. So there's probably a lot to do with New Japan. Kind of, let's keep it as let's keep the expenses down. Yeah. We're in a global issue, Joel. Have you seen gas prices lately?
See the price of eggs. Are eggs still expensive? I don't know. I love eggs. I am a supporter of Ghetto's new strategy of how to book multiple divisions. You just offload the titles onto outsiders. It's not your problem anymore.
There you go. You can only concentrate on a couple things at once, Joel. You know that. All right. And then what else we got? We got
main event. The heavyweight championship.
Yes.
Callum Newman, his first successful defense against Shingo Takagi, 35 minutes. Make way.
Make way.
Make way for the cats.
We were talking about, for those who missed it, we were talking about if we sing different lyrics to songs in general, and resoundingly yes. Once again, we're looking at Callum Newman coming into his own and playing an absolute dickhead heel. Nasty. I love it. He's arguably, and I know people are going to scoff, but scoff away. It's May. We have plenty of time, and usually G1, you know where it's coming, Joel. He's on the short list for Wrestler of the Year. He's on the short list. So much growth. First, Shingo is probably, if not the perfect opponent, just perfect. He's just a guy for years. And right now he's, what is he, mid-40s? He's just a guy that is consistently solid. And many times over and above solid. Like I can't praise the guy enough for just being a rock when it comes to these type of matches. So tip the cap to Shingo. But I'm going to go off on Callum because to me, one, I'm thoroughly enjoying the fact that, again, we're not rushing things, it feels like. Everybody kind of knows where it's going, it feels like. And I'm just waiting for the big swerve. I'm just waiting for the big, oh no, we're going to it was always going to go this way. And which might be a bit different than what we thought is going to happen. What that looks like, I don't know. I don't want to sit here and fantasy book. But I just feel like everyone knowing that, okay, we're just kind of waiting for it to happen. Maybe it doesn't, or maybe something else that you don't expect happens. That is the end game. Simple. It's simple pro wrestling. It for a promotion that doesn't really have that weekly television. I'm going to tune in every week to get this along. Everyone's hooked on it. Everyone's captivated by it. Everyone is. I think all the guys are. Nobody's over the top. Nobody's like, oh boy, this is fucking, preposterous. What's happening here? Like everything seems like it's maybe not subtle, but it's not over the top. I think they're playing it right down the middle, and it's really nice. It's really good. The finish, the idea of Callum kind of questioning Will's willingness to be in United Empire and his dedication, and then the the stuff at the end, and it was Will. Are you happy now? Yeah, you happy now? Like, I love that. I really thought that was great. I thought that was fantastic. A death right. The ball
very
was
unrealistic though. Like Will Ospreay confronting a childhood friend about their problematic behaviour.
but that's good
Really
though.
stretching
But don't you think,
disbelief.
right? But don't you think that that's like I love the fact that there is that.
I'm making a cheeky reference to some of the accusations towards Will Ospreay about some real life problematic friends of his that he has publicly challenged their behaviour. But
I hear you. I hear you.
I'm being saucy.
I know. But everybody assumes that it's going to be Callum. That's the guy who is the catalyst of we're breaking away from Will, and I'm going to teach him a lesson because I'm the leader of United Empire. It might go the completely opposite way, where Will's like, fuck you, dude. I'm now the new leader, or whatever the case. Who knows? Probably not, but I don't know. I'm into it. I feel like this is something that take your time with it, slowly but surely. Let's go with it. No rush, and they haven't yet. People are looking at it, and people are interested in it, and people are kind of feeling this. And I know that you have a pocket of people that are, well, it's two British guys, and okay, but whatever. Good to me. Good pro wrestling is good pro wrestling, man. I'm totally okay with this, and I'm into it. I got to be truthful. I'm into it, and I think that they're pulling it off perfectly. And I think Callum Newman right now, like, to me, he's one of the most interesting guys in pro wrestling, and the fact that he has just catapulted this guy. You couldn't fucking find him for the life of you. I don't care if you put a fucking air tag in his back pocket. You couldn't fucking find the guy, and now look, and it's amazing because I know I'm going back to the idea of give a guy a chance, let fucking luck happen, and I think that New Japan getting out of the way and making it work and saying, okay, here's the fucking ball, dude. What can you do? And him taking it and running with it, and not only running with it, like being incredibly successful with it. I'm down with it, man. Like I really am. I'm excited for it.
Are you surprised at how seamlessly and easily Callum has switched into this heel character? Like how just the way he just lives and breathes the gimmick. Like it doesn't feel forced. It just feels so natural for him. It's very Jay White-esque, but it feels almost sort of more natural than it was for Jay White. Just the way just the swagger and the smug prickishness.
That's the thing. Like, yeah. That's what I feel more than, because I feel like Jay White was more conniving and more, try and play mind games. Whereas Callum is just like, I'm a fucking prick. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to beat you up and be a real dick about it.
Yep, I'm going to teabag you. Yeah, right. Where, Jay was a little bit more cerebral, if you will.
Yeah, he was a bit like a crafty coward, wasn't he?
Yep. And a little bit psycho, like some of the he's like a little bit, fucking off kilter. Whereas, again, Callum is the guy, I don't want to say like the fucking bully or the jock or whatever, but he's just a dick. He's just a fucking dick. I love it. And again, it's not even a thing where it's like a pro wrestling dick. Like he's not like MJF, where it's like, okay, we get it. You're a character, right? Like you could see this guy on a bad day acting exactly like this. What I mean?
He does it so naturally that it makes me think, oh, you're a little bit like this in real life, aren't you?
Right. Right. That I can't. How could that be bad? Once again, if this is anything, you could like him, you could not like him, you could disagree with the fact that he's your champion. You could think that he's getting too much too soon. Whatever. whatever. I will say this. This is proof that if you give people chances, many times they succeed. Many times. And if you just get the fuck out of the way and let them do it, amazing things happen. You can't
I
do
had
that
someone.
with,
Sorry, I saw someone comment on Twitter saying that they thought Callum was a complete charisma vacuum. I just don't understand that at all. He comes across as really charismatic.
Again, are there people that are, because it's not fucking a home, grown Japanese guy in that position, that people are going to instantly hand wave it? Yeah, there are people like that. I don't know. I see it. I feel like he's, once again, like there's a big difference between feeling forced and things coming naturally, and that's what it really feels like. It feels, dare I say, organic. Like, it feels organic. Like, once again, like, he misses his connecting flight. Maybe he's like this at the airport, a little bit. And good for him. Good for him. There's also a big difference of you getting the opportunity, and we've seen this in the past. I'm looking at you, Great Okan, where you feel like there's an opportunity there, and for whatever reason, it just never comes to pass. Is he going to be a generational talent? I don't know. But I think that we get a good start, right? We have a good start. See where he's at in a year. Tell me where he's at in a year. Tell me where he's at in 2 years. Like, I feel like we have an unbelievable fucking talent on our hands.
I thought they did a really good job sort of building up Shingo as the challenger, like being this happy. He's a wife guy now, and he's got his wife Natsupoi sitting there ringside, and I thought he was just a great foil for Callum Newman, and they did that spot with Callum getting a bit cheeky with Natsupoi. A lot of people are talking. I was hoping that she was just going to punch Callum in the mouth, because she's a tough bastard herself. She's a wrestler, she's been through worse. So I was just hoping that she was going to whack him. She just looked a bit nonplussed by everything. But do you? How did you feel like the chemistry was between them? Because I like the way it was kind of layered on their story where they met in the G1 2 years ago, and that was a match that was very divisive, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's an Ospreay clone." But I thought he was a very good counterpoint to the dickishness of Callum Newman.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing too with that. Like, do you honestly think he's a clone of Will Ospreay right now?
No. Like, if people who say that now, it's just a clear indicator that they're not watching.
You're not watching, right?
But back then, I think, yes, that was a legitimate thing, because that was the whole story. He was like aping Will Ospreay moves. I think he won the match with an Oscutter, and they were like tribute spots to the Ospreay and Shingo matches. But it made sense at the time because he was Will Ospreay's protege. But now, and anyone who's saying he's doing that now is wrong. Like, it's not accurate to say that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, he was given an opportunity. He has shown tremendous growth given that opportunity. And they feel like they can make money with him. And I don't see why not. I really don't. And we'll see how gates go and all that stuff, the business end of it. But I'm once again, I think we all kind of see where eventually this is going. And maybe they switch it up. But even knowing the roadmap and having it in front of us, I'm loving it. I really am. I'm truly enjoying it.
How did you feel about all the mid-match run-ins? So there was the bit with Zane J and then Daiki Nagai, and then Jake Lee came out, and then Tsuji came out after that, and it set up a tag match on the Ignition show, which I think happened today, where they said that if Tsuji was able to pin Callum, that he would get he'd be able to challenge for the title at Dominion, which is now, he did that. So that's our Dominion main event. But yeah, there was quite this little sequence of run-ins in the middle of the match.
Yeah, there was a lot of running stuff throughout this entire show. I was a little sick of it by that point be honest with you, and it didn't really help me in the match. I don't think it helped anybody. Do I think the match was still great? I do. I probably could have done without that. I know, and again, I know to get from point A to point B, and some of the storyline stuff in future matches, they did that. I don't know. I would have preferred just this, none of that. But it I got the time. I think I was, but honestly, I don't think it really killed the match. Do you?
No, I think what I appreciate about the Zayn J interference spots that they don't lead directly into the finish.
Mm-hmm.
That after there was all those run-ins, there was then good like 5-10 minutes after that for the rest of the match. And I know it wasn't a clean finish per se, but it's kind of running that thing where he's got Zayn J as his backup. Like if things are going wrong, then Zayn J is going to go in there to try and help him turn the tide of the match rather than being decisive in the match the way that House of Torture interference spot would be.
Yeah. And I know there are a lot of people that are like, hey, I want my championship matches pure. But we've seen stuff like that in the past. And again, remember, he is a heel. So you are going to kind of get that idea of, hey, we need to hate this guy, and here's a reason why. And, we need to get behind Shingo and blah, blah, blah. Is that an easy way to do it?
He's not good enough to beat these guys clean. I think that's the whole story, isn't it?
Yeah. But again, you look back in the history of pro wrestling, and again, maybe a little bit more from a Western perspective, like you always had that little element of, if it wasn't for that, my good guy would have won. He'd be champion right now. So there's always going to be that little bit of element to kind of take the heat off of a guy, or actually put more heat on a guy to, walk out of there as still as champion.
And what do you think Shingo goes from here? I think he's like really great as like the challenger of the month, but I don't expect this to lead to any kind of sustained push. I'm not sure what you do. I'd be perfectly happy for him to revisit the tag team with Driller. What were they called? I can't even remember what they called. The Dragon something.
Dragon Driller or something.
Dragons, I don't know. War Dragons, was it the War Dragons? I can't remember.
Oh god,
it was a great performance, and Shingo is one of those guys who you'd love to have on your roster where you can just give them the tap on the shoulder and they can deliver in a big spot like this and make the opponent look great and deliver an excellent match. But I'm not clamoring like, oh, we've got to push Shingo, we've got to belt up Shingo, like a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that we're downcycling him. And again, always as a credible threat. I mean, he's got to be a guy. Again, a guy like not even where he was now, but maybe like 5 years ago, Ishii. Where he's always in the mix somewhere, challenging, but he's not going to walk away with a title, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect spot for him to be helping this new generation of guys get over the line and deliver top quality matches and make them look good. And yeah, I think this is the perfect way to use people like that on the roster. And I thought it was an excellent performance by him, but also happy for him to just take a back seat for now until he's next needed to get a tap on the shoulder for a big G1 main event or something like that.
Right. And isn't Drilla... wasn't it Drilla and Shota? They were talking about a triple threat match now.
Yes.
Yeah. So
with who were there? You're right.
It was with Andrade.
Yeah.
Drilla and Shota came out. They were arguing, going to the ring and shit like that. Yeah. So maybe maybe the idea of them tagging was going to be put on hold a little bit. But yeah, I mean, look, Shingo was great, but. All right, we're here to make new stars, and I think that's the role he fits in. Again, he's a 5 years ago Ishii, always in the mix, always good, definitely in G1. But yeah, he's going to be a guy who is going to be used to make new stars. Absolutely.
Any final thoughts on Wrestling Dontaku?
Good shows. Again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it should be squeezed into one. I think everyone would agree with that. But I think there was a lot of surprises, at least for me, that made things interesting. I thought the matches generally were really good. The House of Torture stuff, I could absolutely fucking do without. But okay, whatever. It seemed a little excessive as well. Spread over 2 nights especially. The junior tag scene is great. That match was awesome. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with any of the title changes. I think we're in good shape.
All right, we're going now. Bye.
Wrestling Omakase brings you a full course meal of all of Japanese wrestling, men's and women's. Join me, a Japanese wrestling fan for over 20 years, along with a rotating cast of equally knowledgeable co-hosts as we cover everything from New Japan and Stardom to Noah, All Japan, DDT, Tokyo Joshi, Mari Gold, Sendai Girls, Dragon Gate, GLEAT, Ice Ribbon, and even more stuff. If you're a fan of Japanese wrestling and you want coverage of the entire scene in one podcast, check us out right here on the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network each and every week. Get us wherever you get podcasts today.